Hear that roar of thunder, hear those tires scream. He's every boy's hero, every lady's dream. Flying down highway heading west in a streak of black light called the Bandit Express. Look out, the bandit's coming, tires screaming, engine humming. Looks like the bandit's on the move. Look out, the bandit's coming, bet your money and warn no women. Tell those smokies all to take a rest, 'cause they'll never get the Bandit Express.
Power. Oh, good morning YouTube. Brad here, back. Whoop, that's down gear. Back traversing a very wet Highway 31, the Hume Highway. Albury to Canberra Express, up at least. My truck shrunk in the wet. The windscreen wiper's been going flat out the whole way up. I knew I was in trouble when I got to the yard this morning, and the B-double's still hooked up behind my truck. What's going on here? Something's wrong. It couldn't have been a no, there's no freight, go home, have a long weekend. Nope. There's not much freight, so we're going to send you up in the rigid. So, for the first time since before I got my license. Oh no, there was a Fiat. Thanks, mate. For the first time since 2008, 2009, I'm back in a heavy rigid truck. Granted, that was a tipper and dog. This is a little Volvo for Tautliner, but I say little. I didn't drop a gear the whole way up. I had to be a bit careful with the downhills just so I didn't trip the cameras, the point to points. But she pulled well. This is normally the rigid they do the Wagga run in, and some local stuff. Like I've mentioned before to the members on one of the videos there, that this is what they use to drop the smaller deliveries to Bunnings when it doesn't go out with me in the semi. I don't know what you're doing. You're on a giveaway sign, you idiot. It's been absolute bedlam this morning. Unfortunately, the Hume's taken another life. There was a motorcycle crash at Edamoga at the point-to-point camera there. It was on the southbound side. unsure what exactly happened there, but a motorcyclist has died there. And on the northbound side, there was a new Silverado with a big gooseneck tandem on it, and quite a nice looking 50s, 60s F-truck, two-wheel drive, the big full body lowered on a trailer, and something else was behind it, but I don't know if he's gone through the middle and ended up pointing the wrong way on the northbound lane, so I don't know if he's somehow collected the bike. The front was caved in, whether he's collected the rider and then after, as an end result, swerved and lost it or whatever and gone through the middle and ended up on the northbound lane or what. Anyway, as a bike rider myself, that hits home, so that's not good. Had a little RAV4 try and it did come around me near Kyandra near Tarcutta there, and decided to come back in early. Come back in, went over the fog line and found a nice big patch of water in the low section of the road there. Oh, BF's still here. We're going to be a little while here. And started aquaplane, decided to slam the anchors on when he's only 25-30 metres in front of me. So that was fun. And then because, yeah, it's been wet, the windscreen wipers have been on the whole way up from Albury. And being completely unfamiliar with this truck, I found the exhaust brake stalk there once the sun come up, or once it got light, and seen it wasn't on the full setting, so I went to the full setting and then come in the camera there before at the end of the BART and decided to do a big power slide. So we've also got some other issues here. Because it's not the usual truck, cigarette lighters don't work, so I've got no way of charging camera batteries. I've got a couple with me that are going to get used to their full capacity, so it's probably not going to be a very long video. We don't have much to do today anyway. We've got here in Hume, back to Fishwick, and then there's 2 pallets on the back for Gundy meats, but you've seen that, so I don't know what we'll do there. So yeah, probably not going to be a very long video. This and maybe one other angle was all I've got, because there's no metal in here, there's no shelf on the back of the sleeper, I've got nowhere to mount cameras, so and I hate handheld shaky cam. That's why you'll see most of me, 95% of the stuff I do in my videos is all solid mount. Turn them wipers off. What else is there? The yard truck. Jono pointed out you can't call it a yard truck when it's only 3 or 4 years old, so I shouldn't say yard truck. It's not going to tell me on a plate there how old it is. Oh yes, here we go. 2012. So it's over 10 years old. So I'm going to call it a yard truck. I know a lot of companies, they might have an old Louis, old G-cab, old CH Mac or something, CL Mac or something, as their yard trucks. Yes, Jono, a 4-year-old Volvo isn't a yard truck, but that was their yard / local delivery truck. This is the other one. What did I say? 2012 build date. I think the other one had 1.3, 1.4 million. This has got 1.6 million Ks on it. So the European trucks get a lot of flack. People say they'll never last as long as a Kenworth. Funnily enough, a lot of those people that say that are probably in companies with fleets that get turned over every 5 years and only get to 1 million Ks. So you have all the bravado of downing European trucks for not lasting that long, but you still get rid of your Kenworths before they hit $1 million or every 5 years. Now that's mostly not truck related, although I've heard some do it because to get rid of them after they've only done a set of liners, don't have to worry about the front diff or the gearbox or whatever else. But a lot of big companies now, oh, I've gone too far. 6706. Yeah, I think that's right. It's company policy. It's people that get towed for. I know the last a company I drove for, they done a lot of subbing for toll, and it was toll policy to put cameras, forward and rear facing cameras in the truck, and that's what they did. So a lot of that comes from up above, but BF's moved now. Unfortunately too, I wanted to wait until today knowing it was raining to film, so I did do some drone stuff and some other filming yesterday, and now I can't use any of it because it all shows the other truck. So what am I going to do here? Yeah, I'll pull over and open it up. So anyway, we'll get out and open this up and see what's on the back, and I'll be back shortly. How you going, mate? 15 away. Rightio, see you soon. Thanks. Bye. Bye. One tiny bright spark. I can get straight in at Fishwick. I stopped filming that unloading as the enormity of the situation I'm in become apparent. What was there? 5 pellets come off, 4 pellets come off, 2 pellets come off that shouldn't have. So I think, yeah, 4 pellets come off. There's 9 spaces there that have to go back on a 10 pellet. I think it's a 10 pellet trailer. It might be more than that. Poor planning and stupid decisions, and Friday make me don't mind if I do. So I gotta come back. I was just gonna leave it. I put 3 pallets on there because the rear mez is set and I've got stuff under it, Blue Star pallets under it. I can't drop the mez. There's at least 4 pallets there that are going to be too big to fit under it. So the only thing I can do is come back. I was just going to leave it there and take some stuff home, but the question would be raised, and this is how a nice cream run on a Friday turns to crap. If I had the semi, would have been fine. Plenty of room. I don't know, what were those fuel tanks earlier? They might be 400 litres each. I don't think they're bigger than that. It took, funnily enough, it took 580 litres, which my truck normally takes when I fill it. But we've used a quarter of a tank to get up here. Being loaded, we're gonna have pretty much the same weight with all this stuff going back, so you do lose it, you do use a little bit less fuel going south than you do going north, but if we just play the round numbers, we're going to use half a tank coming up and back, which is the same as the big truck. I don't know, there's some math there I'm not thinking about or not considering, so I know it carries twice as much fuel, which probably throws it all out. Anyway, my brain hurt bad good. So now, wet day in Canberra, gonna transit twice. I hope people are slow and don't crash in the wet. Anyway, let's get to Fish Week. We'll get this stuff off and then turn around and come back. Hey, it's a shower, not a grower. I heard a bang at Gundagai, I just kept driving. Everyone's a comedian. Oh, Jesus. Okie dokie. Fish Week done. Time to get back around to here, pick up this stuff I couldn't fit on. Oh. Other things a European truck doesn't have working after 1.6 million Ks. The mirror heat, built-in mirror heat to steering wheel down, to demist your rear vision mirrors doesn't work. Cigarette lighters, as I mentioned before. What else? Oh, the obvious is all your steering wheel control buttons are completely worn. I got no idea what does. I tried setting the cruise on the way up and couldn't get anything to work. Just had a check engine light on since I left. The alternator or battery lights on. That was on when I left. The aircon works. The window controls on the door. The Colorado's got it. I know that the move from center console, center dash, having your window or your mirror adjustment and your power windows there, it's on the door. Like the VE Commodore was the last one to have them in the center console. VF went to the door. And then if you have the window cracked or something, let a bit of air in so you don't fog up. But yeah. Water on top of the controls, electronics, yay. Left Aubrey, went to crack the window down a bit and couldn't get the window to go down. It has come good since, so I do have a window that works now, but and there's a bonus too, I didn't mention when we left the first drop, that we've got like a 6 or 7 boxes on there for Jugiong Bakery, so we're heading to Jugiong too, just to make the day a bit longer, but get around to Hume and get these 4 or 5 pellets on that are left behind, and we'll go from there. And the door doesn't stay closed. That's those ones on. (8:15). Forward gear. (8:15). So yeah, I would have been. Oh, doesn't have the turning circle, the cab over. I've noticed. The geometry and dynamics of driving change considerably going from a cab over or a semi back into a ridge. That's one thing for sure. Especially the understeer, or the front wheels not going where you want it to go. Don't know what they're doing. Testing fire extinguishers. So yeah, I would have been heading out now, so that's a good half hour. Oh, whoops, 40 minutes added to the day. Yeah, mate. So, again, apologies for this video, because I don't want to just keep on showing shots of where the camera is now. You're probably not going to see much countryside or driving, unless something comes up or I can find somewhere. Map lights. Had them in the Army Land Rovers 30 years ago. So yeah, unless I can find somewhere to mount a camera, which is very unlikely, the next you'll see is me, oh that'll be fun, back in Origin in the Jugiong Cafe on a Friday. At least it's a wet Friday, so it might be quiet. Because yeah, that last time I drove a Rigid back in 08, 09 with a single dog on the back. Probably the last time I went the back one too. Can't be that hard, just like backing up a car. Surely. Anyway, you'll see it. So, smash cut to Jugiong and go. I think I'm going to do something I've never done before. I think I'm going to drive in there. This could end incredibly badly, but happy thoughts. Good time for the camera battery to die. So we might do what this truck here did. Go up to the bin, not end up in the chasm, because that would be a good phone call back to home. Oh yeah, we need a tow truck, I'm stuck in a ditch. Backy. Oh, this is going to be so much easier than wheeling 5 boxes on a bag trolley. Something like that. Great success. No problem with being in the Rigid. You're not sitting as high as you would be in the Semi, so you've got to remember you're a little bit taller than where your highlight is. Could have just waited there, mate, and I would have come out and you could have gone in. Anyway. for old time's sake. Heard some stories the other day, some of the speeds blokes would get up to coming down, or at the base here to get up the hill back in the day. And the coppers used to love sitting at the pub there, booking them. Yeah, 60 mile an hour is probably a bit fast in town. Doesn't like it, but it's holding at 65 km an hour. Up the hill, up the hill. Neglected to mention before, this being a rigid, it sits a lot higher than my trail that drops down being a drop deck, and as you would have seen, getting those boxes of bread out the back made things a bit high. I was back a bit far, so slope of the ground and everything else, but it's also why the unloading videos at Canberra this morning didn't have the camera in the back, because there's no steps on the back corners. Can't really hop up the back through the back doors, so I just couldn't get in the truck. I know someone's going to complain, OH&S shouldn't be in the back of the trailer, all of that, but I would have liked to hop up and put the cameras in, but that didn't work. Also count the truck spaces when I was back there too. It's a 14 space, or 14 pallet spaces on the floor, not 10. And then you can do another 6 on the mezzanine floor above it. So it's not a space issue of taking pallets to Bunnings. Oh, there's a caravan in my spot. Both spots, no! It's more weight. After 10 pallets, I'm pretty sure the truck's overweight then, so I need to do something crafty here, because these caravanners, I'm going to double park. If you want out, you're going out the front way, because I'm having a 15-minute break while I'm here. We might just pull in here like this. We are back in Gundagai, I should mention, with no cigarette lighter. Oh, that's neutral. I can't use my 12-volt oven to make breakfast and smoko, so I'm starving. And there's only one thing that's going to cure that appetite, and that is a nice big salad roll from the Gundagai Bakery. So they should sponsor me. So get this logbook going now before we where is the bloody speedo there? 6914. It's hard getting my mind around having that extra digit in the speedo. but that's all good there. So, get in and get this done before this rain gets here. There's some real dark looking clouds coming over the hill. So, let's go and get some food. Cruiser. I'm back. I've still got 5 minutes. Oh, door doesn't stay open. Just crushed my foot. Coffee. Big honkin' salad roll. Oh, that'll have to wait till after we do Gundy meats. Guys and gals, I don't mind showing you little secret places like this. Maddie, met you a couple of weeks ago. Dave, last Wednesday. Good spot, good quick run in the bakery and all that, but don't come here when I want to come here and get a park. I'm joking. So, I'm just waiting for the book to tick down the out time. Thank you, Simwinder, Sidewinder. I'm horrible with names, obviously. It took 4 weeks of calling channel member Kylie Kyle before being corrected that it's actually Kylie and not Kyle. If I can fudge up a name as simple as Kylie, there's issues with different names, but Simo, you donated last week, so that's gone towards today's smoko. But back on the Maddie meeting you a couple of weeks ago, the discussion of parking a truck over in that recreation area where I had a break and roll there. It might have been the last roll I had on the channel. There is a Volvo parked over there for Tortliner on the back. It doesn't look, I don't know, there's a tree in the way. I think it's a drop deck too, so maybe you can get through that causeway and over there. It'd be interesting to see him try and get out of there because he's pointing the wrong way before I leave, but that probably won't happen. Anyway, I'm going to go and do Gundy meats. You've seen that last week, so I don't need to, week before, so I don't need to show you again. It's exactly the same 2 pallets of the blue plastic that goes in cardboard and the meat gets put in. So next time you're going to see me is back at the yard unless something happens, and we've got this big load to get off the back of the rigid. So I'm gonna throw this roll down before we get going. No, I'm not. I'm gonna drink this coffee before we get going because by the time we go into Gundy meats to come back out, it'll be cold, and I'll enjoy this roll a bit further down the road, and I'll see you back at the yard. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going neutral. It absolutely hammered down. I ended up spending 15 minutes in the shed just to wait for the storm to pass, but oh, it's all clicked now. This is the it hasn't got the rear bottom bar on the back of it, because it has a little pig trailer that normally uses for Wagga as well. I mistook it for the other rigid we've got there, with the white curtains on the side, but it's looking pretty great there again now. So we're going to drive around the block here, and I'm going to park next to my truck, or should I say the truck I normally drive, and transfer all my crap back into it, with the vague fingers crossed that it's what I'm taking Monday. But it's been an experience back in a rigid. Well, I say back in the rigid, but really rigid for the first time doing freight. As I said earlier, the only other time I've driven it, the last time I drove a rigid, was a tipper and a dog, and the time before that was a Army R-Banger Mac with 20-ton or quad dog behind it. So not a lot of experience in a rigid, considering you're supposed to be on your rigid for a fair bit before getting your semi-license. But that is a story for another day. Thank you, channel members. Channel membership details are in the description box. Massive help for those members, thank you. For the rest of yous, I was going to end off with saying not my best video, but I thought about it after I said that in the last video. It might have been the video when I was sick. Is there my best work? Should I be saying that's not my best work? Because if you go by views, the first video that came out all the way back in January would be the best one, and everyone since then's been, view-wise, less than average. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going. So Monday I'll have you back. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking by me. Again, not having power in here, not being able to charge camera batteries, leaving filming to the last day of the week has not paid off. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.